think you're savage enough to face the land of the damned, Lord? We offered you truth, yet still you clasped superstitious lies.
Heavy strike, heavy strike, heavy strike, heavy strike, heavy strike, heavy strike, heavy strike. Ruthless support, ruthless support. Me thick chunk smack boy. Thick chunk smack boy. We smack things. Smack smack. Smack smack. Get stunned. He gets stunned. Shield crush. Swipe your shield. Dealing area damage. Molten strike. Round slam. Do I have any low level stuff? What am I rocking? Equipable. You got the amulet, that's good. A little something something, little something somethings. We at least got a little bit of shit. That's it though. Owned. Let's go to shields. So we're not gonna gain that much from the shield. 67, 65, 33, and that has energy shields, so shield crush is probably a no. Obviously we could find shields or something, but I'm just trying to decide if I want to try and level as caster. Yeah, I don't really have much. Nothing I'd be able to use soon enough. Okay. That's fine. I knew we didn't have much leveling gear, but... let's just yoink us a ground slam, I guess, and we'll try... seeing how that feels. But we're probably going to follow the tree to go to RF as soon as we hit, Act 2, so... Melee has felt like... I don't know how it will feel without damage points until Act 4. But Melee has actually felt pretty good. And if I can avoid being molten... not molten, magma again, I'd like to. I have my stricter filter on, but it shouldn't be being strict on leveling, but just in case, let's pop our regular filter on.
Come here, quickly.
We'll have ourselves a jolly old good time in the tidal island. Wonder if I should have grabbed that chest just to have something on. Got two-handed mace. Yeah, fuck it, we'll grab some things. Worst case, we get rid of them later. Good thing about being a little set up at least is we can, we don't have to worry about, like, ID scrolls and shit. And portal scrolls. So, like, fuck relogging. I don't know why I'm so lazy to do the relog tech. But right here, since we have another character, we can just grab us a bunch of wisdoms and ID whatever we want. Actually, does the ID vendor let you do it right away on an alt? You lose momentum if you move. We could stand still and get more attack speed as we fight, and we have a slot for it. But we'd be raising our mana for something that we're not always using. Melee strike skills, we're not using one of those. We'll just grab Chance to Bleed. If we get 3 red, we'll use that. Oh wait, no, we do take this path. Okay, cool. Good. We at least get the... I guess that makes sense, we'd get the life. Yeah, I don't think we're grabbing, like, any damage nodes along the way. We take a little, like... Oh, I guess that accuracy wheel would kind of be nice, too. Oh, we did unlock our second hand, too. We at least played the character long enough to do that, which is actually pretty cool. Which, in fact, before we do this, let's just go twink out. I mean, we might as well. We put the work in on the first character. We might as well...
I greet you once again.
Oh, we only have one hand that we're of level to use. Okay, we have another level 6. Okay, let's grab the level 6 so we have it with us. Gives us 9 global fizz, that's cool. I guess the hand we put on doesn't really do anything since we're not chilling or freezing, but that's fine. As soon as we're 6 for Return to Dust, that'll be nice, though. I guess I'll do some of these because getting over-leveled will be kind of nice. Bro, my mic's been muted for God knows how long. Maybe the whole stream. Hope no one joined and was like, this guy doesn't speak. Hey, you can snipe with it. Hey, look at that. This is why I wanted to try to attack move with it or whatever, cause look at that. You sniper. Can I get leap slam yet? Although it's gonna be pretty slow, I bet. No, I guess we didn't get any new skills. Okay, well, crap. And no, the answer is we cannot identify. And no, this weapon does not look better than what we had. We're just gonna sell these boots because we are in a situation for red sockets that I'm not very happy with. We have all kinds of caster gear because of our other character. Our amulet's fine for now, I guess. Unless I want to blow some recoloring, which I guess we have 75, we could... Well, no, we're using a two-handed. We can't use a shield. We're stupid. Okay. We just gotta keep leveling. Fuck it. Who needs move speed? Who needs move speed boots? Oh, we should be able to put the other hand on now. And this hand will actually do something now. Which, now that we have 2 slots, I know we have, like, a lightning clone one that we used for a while, too. So we could put on lightning clone and return to dust while we're leveling up. That's another thing that'll actually be pretty nice with this league, as something that they don't talk a lot about is the hand shit. On RF, having the graphs. RF doesn't have a lot of single target, but the graphs do pretty good damage if you get a good one. We might be able to help our single target out a bit if we run, like, the clones and return to dust. Or I don't know if you can... I never tried it. Can you dual wield Return to Dust? And are they on separate cooldowns and shit, if so? And just have, like, a ton of hands come out to help the single target? Boom. We got ourselves a rustic sash. So we really need to try to get, I think, at the bare minimum... Where does he actually send you for? Oh, you actually go and get the fire for it. I guess that makes sense. You try to stack the shit out of fire res and get a life regen per... And then you go for the flat. And you grab 2 to max res right away, too. God damn. I don't know if I ever found a ruby flask, which is kind of disappointing. I do have a bismuth. I think I have the resistance one. So I could pop that to get overcapped reses, which would technically give me more life regen. What am I rocking for a helmet? Let's actually grab this cone helmet just because it has a red socket, and we're going to need more of those soon. What's up, Bombo? I re-rolled again. Yeah, it's gonna be RF. I do... There's aspects of the Eviscerate character I really like. Ooh, your mapper has found an apothecary. Nice. You are a mage blood god. That's crazy. But there's aspects of the Eviscerator I like, and I'm probably still gonna play it. But, like, trying to map quickly enough to get, like, geared and make, like, Atlas progression and get set up and, like... I just feel like it's gonna take me so much longer to do. So I think I'm gonna try RF, and if RF fails, I might respec this character to maybe Berserker Earthshatter. Because it seems like there's a lot of people doing that on SSF. And then... And then I'll use this character to farm up gear for that character. God, excuse me. Thank you so much for the follow. How's it going, Lisa? But yeah, I think the plan is to set up RF, do some mapping. From what it sounds like, it shouldn't be too hard to get like 2 of our watchstones as RF. The other 2 might be difficult, but we can grind tier 16s with 2 watchstones and get gear. Earthshatter is crazy, yeah. I just don't know if I would like a slammer, but that's kind of the plan. If RF fails, we either I'll try to respec, and if I need more respec juice, whether it be gold or regrets, we'll probably go and worst case we play the Eviscerator and until we get enough gold to fully respec them. I see your gameplay. Your gameplay is so nice. Thanks. Pretty good, pretty good. Just gaming. Do we want... No, our chest is too good for that. Mostly action RPGs like this one. How's the blaster going, Bombo? Are you fully set up with the Chaos build yet? Mostly play Souls games. Nice. Life do get hectic sometimes. I haven't been able to stream as much as I'd like due to just some craziness. It's starting to supernova, hell yeah. Crazy damage and more clear. That's awesome. I do have a lot of hours in this game, so yep, I would say I am a fan. Are you familiar with action RPGs at all, like Diablo? Yeah, it's very similar to that. Just, kill enemies, get loot, get stronger to kill harder enemies, to get more loot and better loot. Level up, try different characters. I don't. Thanks for asking, though. I'm all set, thanks.
Your brawn is about to meet its match, brute. Give the warden my regard.
Have a good one. Yeah, I'm trying to smite my way through Act 1 instead of doing the rolling magma, like trying to build caster setup, needing a bunch of int and dealing with all that. I'm gonna see if I can just get to Act 2 and then swap. So far, I am enjoying this so much better. Smite Pally, yeah. Smite is pretty good. I've actually never played with Smite. Like, I might have put it on and hit a couple mobs, but that's about it. Actually, we could technically put faster attacks in our Smite. And in fact, we have materials, so we can actually just buy a second faster attacks, because we're not starting fresh, so we can just buy whatever gems we want. Look at that. Crazy. Alright. I already said I'm not interested, so you're getting timed out. I try to be nice because you never know. Like, honestly, as soon as they said, like, hey, how's it going? How's life? Like, regular viewers don't talk like that. But just in case, I play along and I try to be nice and respectful. But when they don't listen after I say I'm not interested, then they can get the fuck out. Never played Holopalm, deck stack, power level the character in 3 hours? I have not. No. That is something I have not done. Yeah, it happens so much that I'm absolutely used to how they are and like the way they talk, and I can peg them for being an ad within like the first or second thing they say, but and I try to be respectful, so I just let it go sometimes, and if they just go away, it's fine, but, I don't really feel bad about timing them out. If they get mad at me, they were gonna leave and never show up. Do that a few times and you won't like Smite. Just because it's repetitive, is that why? Man, I like the attack speed, but the mana consumption's rough. Gotcha. But yeah, they're, those art sellers are never gonna come back, so what do I care if I time them out and they get mad?
Retreat, Highborn!
It's such a wild system that, like, I don't know if bigger streamers get targeted by them. Or if they just target smaller streamers because they're, like, not set up yet. But it's crazy that they think, like, I wonder how often it is that smaller streamers are actually willing to, like, buy art from someone that comes and harasses them in their chat. When you get a few more views. Oh, no, I get those already. A lot of them I have set up as banned phrases. So when they come in, they say the same thing, it automatically gets flagged so you guys don't see it. Should have seen Amono saw it the other night. Like, 12 of those came in all at once. Yeah. And one of them was like banned phrases that didn't get by, so... Or that actually got by, so Amono saw them too. It's crazy shit. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. What's up, Mega? Oh, okay, really, that's cool. Oh, wow, yeah. Yeah, me too. That's great. I guess Mega joined the channel and went AFK. He said something briefly. Alright, we just continue going up, right? Yep. Up to the fire damage! What are we, level 12? I guess I'll probably just say Smite. Wait, wasn't there a vendor recipe to get ruby rings? Or was there not? Don't you, like, sell something with, like, a red gem or something like that? Iron ring and a red gem, okay. I'll keep an eye out for iron rings, or worst case, because I figured I could just buy them from the vendor, but then I realized, like, what if I can't buy them from a vendor? That would suck. What if, like, the vendor doesn't have any ruby rings at the time and I want to make my swap? So I'll keep an eye out for any extra iron rings, and then... Which I actually think I saw one on the ground earlier, but I just didn't even think about it. I am the Robo Marauder. What did I just do? Not what I wanted to have done. Might bot 3,000. I am Orthodon. I love to reroll. What is my purpose? Why am I alive? I actually did a similar thing on PoE 2, thinking back to you talking about, I was just like looking at my smite skill and just thinking about you saying how, like there was the hollow palm leveling method, which is really funny, because there's a hollow palm leveling method in PoE 2, but instead of scaling off dex, it scales your flat fizz off of skill levels. The higher the skill level, the more flat fizz the skill gets. So there's a lot of gear you can get in PoE 2 that you can use at a very low level, and it gives you +1 to skills. It's like 2 rings you can get, so that's +2. And then you just buy some like low-level gloves, rare gloves that give you +1 to melee skills. And you play a hollow palm with monk skills. So you're melee, and you get that extra plus to skills. There's a helmet with plus to skills. And basically, it's a way to level through the campaign in that super quick, and I did that twice. And I did not like the idea of doing it again, so I think I understand your disdain with doing Smite too many times. He would rather level zombies. Wild. Yo, I low-key... I played SSF one time, and I grinded for so long trying to chance orb the, what's it called? The zombie helmet? It was like this build going around, with the zombie helmet and the, like, Joffrey's Legacy chest or something like that, and you basically stack... Yeah, Baron. And you stack strength and just got insane amounts of ES. And I played that shit. Well, I didn't play that build. I played a different build trying to get the gear to play that one for so long. I blew so many chance orbs. I think I finally did end up chancing Baron. And I think I did barely get the build set up, but then I spent so long farming for it that I don't think I made it, like, super long on it. I don't know if I said that was SSF, so it took me, like, a bit to get the shit. I'm excited, though. I'm excited to be RF. I'm glad that RF has such, like, it has some good ways to level it these days. Because there was, like, a time where RF was, like... You had to, like, Armageddon brand and shit to maps. Way back in RF's day. It's been good for a while, though, on that. Then they killed it again. Yeah, RF's been through a lot of stages. I do remember, I don't know which killing it. I know it's not, like, super great right now. It's like, I'm mostly using it for a mapper with the Chieftain Explode. I already know the single target damage is going to be pretty low. I've mentally prepared for that. As long as I can map decently, I'm happy with this build, and then I'm going to continue working on the Eviscerator for bosses. But yeah, I remember, I don't know if, you guys probably did play then. There was I can't remember the league. I almost want to say it might have been Delve. But there was one league where Uberdan made, I'm pretty sure it was either an RF Jug or an RF Chieftain. I want to say it might have been a Jug. And Uberdan, like, was one of the first ones to kill, like, Uber Elder with it, or something like that. I think it was on Uber Elder's release. And he was, like, the first one to kill it, on hardcore anyway. With a RF character. That's probably the most I've played an RF character. I had that shit decked out. I've gotten decked out pretty good on some others here and there since then. Yeah, Uberdan is pretty crazy. I had an SSF RF character I did good on. I even farmed Ashes at the time when, before Ashes was nerfed. I managed to farm an Ashes on SSF. I got pretty lucky. It didn't take me too many fights. But I had my Ashes, I had the boots from Maven and everything. My RF build was pretty, my SSF RF build was pretty good. You know, when you had the billion DPS Ice Miner, you farmed the Ubers like 200 times each, damn. I really want to, like... I have such a hard time mentally, like... doing it, but I really do want to get higher. Oh no, I ran out of mana flasks. That's not good. Shit. I really wanted to do like some Uber bosses and stuff. Like I haven't done too many. Actually, I don't know if I've even bothered to try. Yeah, I don't like dying. And I don't like wasting what could be currency to dying, if that makes sense. Like, a lot of the times I sell the Uber invites because I don't want to die and lose them. But that's another part of why I like SSF. If I can get to the point where I'm strong enough to try them on SSF, that's what I like about it, because... you know, I don't have as much of a sense of loss because I can't just sell them, so it's like, well, I might as well use them and learn the fight, you know? But having the option to sell them, I just end up recoiling back into that same pattern over and over again. This will be the league to SSF clear them? Maybe. If I can get the Eviscerate character geared enough to do it, I'll definitely try. Eviscerate could do Ubers, right? That wasn't just T17, right? That was... the Eviscerate character is Uber viable when geared enough. I'm pretty sure you guys said it was. For sure. Or was the for sure to the clear your previous message? Shit. I can't remember if that was there before or not. Me brain too dumb. Ooh, I'm 16. I'm pretty sure RF is 16, right? We definitely at least need this node up here though, so we can't do it yet. We need 2 more skill points. Which I don't think we ever grabbed the skill point. I don't think I ever went back and grabbed the skill point for killing Ghost Bitch guy. I don't know that we really care about... oh, I guess it doesn't matter. We'll grab Earth Shatter for when we inevitably suck and reroll to that. No fire res, so I don't care as much. A fire res shield actually, where I think we're swapping to one-hander. We could keep the fire res shield. We're gonna be using fire res rings, so we don't necessarily care about those. Don't need that life flask anymore. Okay. So we need one more point, and then I think we can start transitioning into righteous fire. Righteous, dude. I'm actually, luckily, with whatever gear I already have, I'm already 43% fire res, so if I grab me some rings, that'll be good. Also, I actually have that belt, too, that has 22 all stats, which will help me get the int I need, and it has... Oh, and a scepter right there. Look at that. It was meant to be. Surely that scepter is gonna have, like, +1 to fire skills, or it's gonna have damage over time on it. We're gonna be cooking. Surely, surely. Go. We'll go grab the, whoops, did not mean to grab that Corsair sword. Oh, that's the same size flask we already have. Let's drop that, too. Go grab the Crossroads waypoint, and then... good to go. So, regenerate 1 life per 1% uncapped fire res. I wonder if it's better to rush the flat regen next, or if it's better to rush the +2 to all res. Actually, it's +3 to all res for that wheel in the way that we enter it. That's actually really good. Or +3 to max res. 1 to max fire res, 2 to all reses, so... Let's go to hideout and see if we can get this set up. Regen and keep life low is pretty good. Yeah. It's just so much farther away. Yeah, I remember playing RF before while leveling, and I'd like all of a sudden get like a life upgrade or something, and I'd be regenning so much less. Righteous fire. Oh, I haven't really been paying attention to links to be able to color this properly. What do we want to put with it? Oh, so we can't LE focus yet. We might be able to efficacy. And we definitely can't burning damage yet. Can we, what can we buy here? Yeah, we can't efficacy. Are we just gonna RF on a 2-link for now? We might as well grab Elemental Focus for now while we're here. Because we're not going to get the option for it. I don't think, through questing. Burning damage we're probably not going to get either. Alright, what do we have for... Let's get the belt on so we get more int first off. Actually, 20 fire res? Oh wait, no, this has 25 fire res and regen on it, never mind. Okay. I was gonna say, with this one we get 20 fire res, but we're already getting that, so we're good. We didn't get exactly what we wanted, but we did get fire damage. So at least it's something. And we are exactly capped, but we obviously need more than that. So let's see if we can go to town. Oh, first off, let's check, I need to check my normal gear. I might have some rares I can wear. Okay, probably the best we can do is that. Let's go see if we can get some ruby rings from the vendor, and if not, maybe some iron rings and do the recipe. No ruby ring. We do have an iron ring. Ideally we need... Oh wait, I'm an idiot. We do have ruby rings. Frickin', I'm an idiot. That's fine. I don't really care about those stats, so I think we're still gonna use what we bought to make one, and we'll buy this one. Which, if we really wanted to twink out, we do have some alterations. We could craft these. Back to our hideout and buy a red gem real fast and see if this vendor recipe works. If not, if this isn't accurate, we'll have to grab one. Grab like a knight or something. Hey, it is nice. And it's 27%. That's good. We could craft... We could go till we get a suffix available. Tiny, I know we're not supposed to, technically not supposed to be getting life, but that's fine. And then we can suffix fire res and just do the cheapy one on it. I don't know if it's gonna raise the level though. Oh, it's level 12. Should be good, right? Yeah. Boom. Alright, now we gotta get the colors necessary, which is gonna be 2 blue for right now. Ideally more later. We're gonna lose a little fire res, but maybe we just throw that on for now. We'll have to keep an eye out for better gear. Nice, we're sustaining! Alright. Let's just roll with this for a bit, I guess. I think I'm supposed to still have rolling magma. To still have some... like, extra skills to use, but right now I ain't got shit for extra skills. But damage looks pretty good already. I need to get shield charge set up. Actually, technically, now that we're doing this, we can drop Blood and Sand too before I forget. Free up a little bit of mana for whenever we get our better auras. It feels good to be RF again. I think my plan is to go, because every bit of overcapped res is even, like, extra reses for the rest of my, like... Every bit of fire res because a chieftain is also cold and lightning res, right? So, I think I'm gonna save... Also... I didn't really mean to go here first, but this is where we went, I guess. But I think I'm gonna save a Lyra for the resistances. I did see that there's a lot of builds that helped Creighton, just for like map clear and stuff. But I think I'll change to that later. I think getting the more regen from helping a Lyra will be nice. Sorry about the dogs, guys. It should be done soon. Freaking annoying. I'm trying to mute in between the best I can. Oh, you barely hear it. Okay, that's good. I wasn't sure because I see it activating my mic, so I wasn't sure how bad it was. What level do you get Fire Trap? Is that 28? Is that like the Gravicius level? Or can I go buy Fire Trap right now because I have a Lily unlocked? Actually, Fire Trap might be low-ass level, isn't it? Can I get Fire Trap right away since I'm not League starting? And I have the vendor available? I guess the dex might be a problem eventually. All right, let's jump to hideout real fast and see. Yeah, we can get Fire Trap right away. Hell yeah. What do we eventually link to that? I'm sure it's more damage over time shit. Swift Affliction, Trap and Mind damage. So I need 3 green, technically. And then Life Tap, which coincides with the Life Tap on our other shit. Trap and Mine. Oh, Swift Affliction is 31. Okay. We'll just grab it for now, just to have it. Just like we grabbed our LE Focus, which we still can't use anyway. We can't really use anything. Efficacy is just damage over time, right? Which this does damage over time, right? Modifiers of spell damage apply to this skill's damage over time effect. So I could put this here, take Leap Slam out. If I want to keep doing that, that can go there. And then we can put... We should just be able to put Efficacy in here. Alright. Cool. I actually had a pretty low level... I think I had a low level I-Link. I-Link, yeah. I-Link. A low level 5 Link somewhere. I don't remember where I put it. Oh, this one right here. A little bit of life and a little bit of reses for level 32. Might be able to put 39 for this one, which would be better for colors. But might be able to set up Fire Trap in a 5-link chest pretty quickly at 32. And then just have our RF set up to be on, like, something else. A 4-link on whatever. Okay, cool. Let us continue. And I mean, I guess I can, except for like the gear ones, but the unique ones and all these low-level womb gifts I'm getting, except for like the gear ones, I can save even if my stash fills up and then just use them all, since I kind of forgot that they're lower blood cost when I sold them on my other character. And when we start having like tons of extra blood, we'll be able to use that, which would be cool. Also, I am not gated by using... I mean, getting armor is going to be nice. I'm still going to try to get my armor up. But I'm not gated into having to use that, which is good. I didn't have to either in the Eviscerate character, but the Eviscerate character had that node where I gained 100% increased armor and ES from my body armor. If I had... if I had armor ES pieces in every slot. Or for, like, boots, gloves, helm. So I was kind of gated into picking up that stuff on that character, because I wanted to try to keep it that way. But now I can just use whatever has, like, the resistances and stats we need, and ideally, at least an armor base. Alright. Wow, you get so much max res right here. That's insane. I didn't realize there was one right here as well. So what is this, 76? Right here is gonna be, at least for fire, this is 76. This is gonna be 78, and then 79%. Like, all within this one little section. That's pretty cracked. We're at 164 fire res. Yeah, and then the really nice thing is the freaking Ascendancy, like, matches those for the other elements, too. Like, you can legit just stack fire res and cap your reses and shit on here. Oh, interesting. So do we not get the... Huh. It seems like we don't get the explode until Uber Lab. I guess that does help you kill bosses and stuff. Oh, I'm gonna miss... I guess we're gonna be so tanky that Uber Lab shouldn't be a problem, though, I don't think. Even if it takes us a little bit to kill. Yeah, modifiers to fire resistance also apply to cold and lightning resistance at 50% of their value. So technically, if I had that node right now, I think I'd be capped reses with just my fire res. And then the next node after it makes it so modifiers to fire resistance also apply to maximum fire resistance also apply to maximum cold and lightning. So all we have to do is get to 90% fire specifically, and we'll be 90% cold and lightning, thanks to the Ascendancy. Juicy shit. I should probably switch out for shield charge and grab frost blink for gaps. Oh yeah, that's another thing I was thinking about Amonos for my single target, something that I don't know that we factored in too much, but the graphs. I could just use like Return to Dust and the Shocking Clones or something, which both do really good single target damage. And that might really help the single target of RF. Obviously not enough to be like, you're not going to be going in like killing Maven because of it, you know, but... it'll at least help, probably. if we really wanted to, we could probably get even more res too. I could go and, like, if I wanted to, just craft fire res suffixes on every piece of gear that doesn't have a suffix right now. But I think it's fine. We're doing okay. Save the materials until if things start to struggle a little more, I'll go try to get more fire res for more regen.
I almost got it.
The good thing is those dudes with the giant fireballs, they're probably not gonna do shit to me with all my fire res. I mean, they weren't right there, but when I get to mapping, being 90% fire res. Not to mention if I do the version that gets, like, the 50% spell block, too. It'll already not be doing that much damage, and a 50% chance to block it. We are 4 points away from getting the life regen too. I'm enjoying it so far. Obviously, like, we're barely getting started, so who knows what it'll be like at higher level if I'll still enjoy it, but hey Bombo, if you're still there, how was Earthshatter for, like, Maven and Uber Elder? Or were you, like, did you get your, like, frickin' Mage Blood before that, so you were cracked OP for it? Very easy. What? Hello? You did Uber Lab before Kitava. Nice. How, do you think that'd be, like, pretty easy as SSF as well? Not that I'm thinking about well, I'm not planning on re-rolling this unless it just really doesn't feel good, but I'm just curious for if I were to re-roll it. I mean, I guess it was your League Start character, so if it felt that good that early, you probably didn't have, like, a ton of currency invested. I feel like getting weapons is pretty easy with the giving tree too. For physical weapons, I feel like I could get a decent physical weapon on SSF through the tree. Based on my experience with staffs anyway, I guess. Yeah, it was your league starter. That makes me feel good. Playing like ground slam and stuff, and knowing that it would like speed up and stuff, being an actual you know, berserker, and just getting geared with more AoE and things like that going on with the Earth Shatter and everything. I do think I would be okay with the playstyle, so yeah, what I said before is probably going to be my ultimate plan, is play this. If it gets to the point where I'm not liking it at all and I need to do something else, I'll probably just play... I'll probably try to respec it, and if I don't have enough to fully respec it, maybe either continue playing this before I respec it, or go play the Eviscerator. Try to get the Eviscerator some more levels while also getting some more gold. And then once I have the gold to properly respec that. Change to the Earth Shatter. Okay, 2 points. Oh, and we get a little bit of percent life regen there, too. Actually, this whole wheel is life regen, I didn't realize that. Man, we get a lot of regen. I guess normally you're probably not this geared out. Because you might be having like currency limitations, and some of the gear I'm using was fire res gear I already had and stuff. I guess we're probably better off getting the enemies have minus 20% res while I'm stationary. So that way I can just kind of like base tank bosses down. It doesn't say which to get as your very first lab, I don't think. Oh no, it does. Oh, see, they recommend the resistance one. I might go for the damage one, though, since I'm, like... I don't know, I mean, I guess being res-capped immediately would be kinda nice. But having the extra damage right away would be kinda nice, too. Oh, thinking about my hands again as they came up and bopped the screen. I need to go check. I might have the... It was pretty early that I found the clones one. I could replace my second since I have both slots now. I could go throw on the clones and keep the boopin' hands on. Look at all these beasts. Yeah, that was actually one thing about the Eviscerator, too. It wasn't just the clunkiness of it. I guess maybe it's just my gear or whatnot, but I actually was, if they got through my block, I was actually a bit floppy. Like, I'd randomly either die or get dropped down to, like, 5% health. Because randomly they'd just get, like, through my block or something. I don't think it was degens either. I think it was just bad luck. Oh, we got a frickin' Kikazaru's! Let's go! Actually, wait, is Kikazaru's shit now? 3 life per second per level. Level 23, that would be 69 life regen. I guess I'd need 69% fire res for that to make up. No, so I think Kikazaru is just better, right? And we get attributes. Where's our life regen per second? 233. Yeah. And that's just gonna get better as we level. It was meant to be, folks. Righteous fire, you are the chosen one. It's really fun finding shit for your build. That was really fun about the League start. I got Carnage Heart on my Cyclone character, and that's like one of the recommended like starter items to buy. Is a Carnage Heart as soon as you can afford and get one. And the Giving Tree just shit one out for me. That was a really fun experience. We'll grab the oiled vest. I'll use like a pure ES chest if it means having a 3-link. Actually, I might just use it regardless of what it has on it, to be completely honest with you. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty dog shit. We're gonna lose a little bit of fire res, but I think it's worth. It's actually not a terrible starting chest. Okay. Grab that regen, go back to Act 1, grab that skill point. Another 50 life regen. 332 life per second already. Let's go. And then we can go help. Or, we gotta go kill Oak, and then we can go help Alira. Get even more reses. Get our reses back for losing that chest. You know what's really nice about RF this time, though? Using Chieftain Explode, I don't have to, like... As SSF, the hardest thing the last time I played it was waiting until... well, not waiting, but, like... getting the super boots from Maven. But I don't need them on this build. I'm fairly certain we don't use them at all on this build. Because we have the Chieftain Explode. I remember playing SSF before, or League starting as RF and waiting until they're not, like, 4 Divines. From people, like, just not being at Maven yet and shit. Oh, we also moved our Vitality. We haven't had Vitality on. So we're actually 360 life per second. Hell yeah, brother. And we'll get even more now, targeting some max res shit. Let's go. Did you make it to maps on your big bonker Amonos? Oh, nice. Oh, I see you're on, okay. I wasn't sure if you were still at work or not. 90 deaths, damn. I'm probably gonna have some accidental deaths to me just being overconfident and standing in shit. But I'm gonna try my best not to die. I don't think I've died yet on this character, so see if I can manage. See how far we can make it without deaths. $1.8 million tooltip damage per hit. Jeez. Did you have, like, any gear, like, prepped to slap on? Or is that just, like, what you had from campaign or whatever? Oh, full gear, no chest on yet. Gives you crit cap and crit multi. Nice. I looked into the Siege Ballista, because I kind of had it in my mind a little bit, where I was like, maybe I'll try to play the Eviscerate until I get, like, at least the bow for the Siege Ballista build, and then maybe I'll try that. But I looked into it a little more, and he was saying, like, you shouldn't even really bother trying T16s until you're, like, 1400 dex, and stuff like that, and then he said you don't really start feeling tanky until 1800 to 2k dex. And getting that much on SSF sounded kinda shitty to do. At least as, like, a first character. Like, maybe for fun, if I find the gear, I'll try to work towards it. But I don't think I'm gonna, like, target it. But if I by chance find just some really high dex gear, an Astramentus, and the dex stacking items you need for it, I may still I may make it as just like a fun character down the line if I keep playing SSF for like the rest of the league like that. But I don't think it's gonna, like, I considered even setting up my tree to like farm for it and stuff. I'm not gonna do something like that. I do need to figure out what I want to chance, though. I mean, I guess I could chance the shield. I could just add another layer of RNG onto the shield for the Eviscerator. Because like I said, I still want to get the Eviscerator set up more. If I can get him more gear to use and make him be, like... That's the thing, is, like, get him more gear and then get him into, like, some higher maps so he levels faster. Rather than trying to progress on him, I think that's the thing. If I can just, like, get him some good gear and dive him into, like, T10s right now so he levels pretty quick, and then, like, you know, go up to T16s as soon as I can on him, depending on how much gear I do get. And then he'll level pretty quick. I think that'll feel pretty good. Which will allow him to get the levels he needs to be at a decent setup skill tree-wise. And then just from there, whenever I feel confident to start hammering T17s and bosses on him and shit. So once I get to mapping again, I'll probably add that as a chancing base. I'm assuming you can chance Aegis. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to. If the tree can drop it, I assume you can chance it. Although I guess I was also just assuming that the tree can drop it too. I never, like, confirmed that. But I have a feeling you can. I guess if I go one step further down that rabbit hole, you can get it from Expedition, which means it's not, like, locked behind a certain kind of content. Which means you can probably get it from the tree, which means you can probably chance it. There we go. My brilliant line of thinking. I'm such a smart boy, look at me. I'm gonna laugh when I'm wrong. Casual 77% fire res. Actually, we leveled. Casual 79% fire res. I remember when, like, some of my old RF builds, at least early on, it was like you'd level up freaking Purity of Fire to get your fire res, your max fire res up. And you'd be lucky to be, like, 80 max fire res while, like, going into maps. At this rate, we're gonna be like freaking early. Actually, what's our third lab? Oh, okay, so no, I assumed wrong. We don't take the extra max res to Uber Lab, we take the explode on third lab. That actually makes so much more sense. I actually thought about that, and that makes so much more sense than what I said. Yeah, so we get the node to make it so we can cap all of our reses off of fire res. Easy peasy. We get the node while stationary, we get 20% like more, what is it, more damage? Enemy monsters' fire resistance against damage over time is -20 while stationary. That one. Which is good. Then we get the explode. And then we get the max res shit. Which makes sense because you don't really need the max res shit in like white maps. You don't need to be like 90% all your reses in white maps. So when you're partially through yellow maps, you go and get that, and that just tankifies you even more. I'm excited, guys. We're probably gonna degenerate my schedule even more than it already is. Unless I somehow have, like, some shit that interrupts me like last night, but if I haven't had it yet, I think I'm safe, but I could be wrong. Actually, can we waive a conviction for exposure right now? Probably something that I should have going. For some reason, it's not in the build. Does waive a conviction not work the way I think it does? I'll go read it in a second and see. We might need one of those Dex amulets that we just got, though. We got, like... Oh, no, it was only just one, but... If it has decent stats... Hey, do you guys know where that amulet comes from? For the Chaos Wander? Is that just a random drop, or is it off like a certain boss or something? Oh, one of the uber new bosses, nice. Spicy. Damn, so, Ben managed to kill that, huh? And get it? Because he was still SSF, right? When he set up his Chaos Wander? Did he kill it on his, Did he kill it on his Wander before he changed to Chaos? Did he kill it with that, or did he kill it with one of his other characters? He did? Nice. What a beast. That man is so good at video games. Alright. Ah! I just kicked my desk. With my bare feet. Okie dokie. So, got everything down there, and now we're just gonna work our way up to the LE damage up here. Which is good, because we'll get the LE damage, and then we'll start heading into int area, because we have a decent amount of int, but we could use more. Oh, we're probably not going to be able to get Wave of Conviction on a Marauder, so let's go to Lily. Wave of Conviction. Expanding wave, searching for a damaging enemy in cone shape. Each enemy hit is inflicted with exposure matching the element of which they took the highest damage. But 25% of the physicals converted to fire, so fire should be the primary of what it gives, right? Let's see. Let's put it here. Oof, barely. Wow, the lightning damage is almost higher. What's giving me flat lightning damage? What? Am I dumb? Is it my hand? No. Speaking of hands. Yeah, my glowing silhouettes. That's what I wanted. No, that was the wrong one. I want to take that off. There we go. Oh, I'm an idiot. I didn't see the line right underneath the fizz damage converting to lightning. Okay. I guess I just have to hope the fire damage is barely more by literally 1 damage. So I just gotta hope that's enough to give me the, it gives me that exposure. Can you tell what kind of exposure you're getting if you use it on an enemy? If I use it on those guys? Oh wait, they had a little fire under them. Is that what that means? After I use it, I think. Yeah, okay, so I think they are getting fire exposure. Good. I just gotta be careful not to get any flat lightning. Yeah, words. Flat lightning to spells. Debuff shows on bar. Okay, yeah. They're not spawning. Get wrecked. What an easy run. Okay, now dead ends. Had enough of that shit. I wonder if there's... I'm trying to remember what all the graphs do. I can't think of another one that would be better, other than, like, defensive ones to be just even tankier. But we already get so tanky. I feel like we might as well, since single target's one of our weaknesses, I feel like we probably should just run Return to Dust. And these little lightning clones that come out. That's also free shocks, right? I don't know if shock affects damage over time damage, though. I guess, if any pro dot players know. I'm actually so much happier to know that they recommend getting the explode before Uber Lab. I want to be exploding for maps. I was probably just gonna take it anyway. But I was worried I might regret it because sometimes I go out of order with what the people who actually know the build say to do, and then I end up being like floppy and I get mad. We have a lot of dead levels. We have like 3 more travel nodes before we get anything good. I guess technically strength is a little more life, and life is technically more damage, so... I guess it'll probably be good, because life tap gives extra damage, right? So probably as soon as I'm high enough level to use life tap, if I can fit it in my fire trap and my RF, I should probably do it. And I won't have to worry about mana anymore. Which means when I start getting some of these bigger auras, I can just run All of them. We're not that full, so we're just gonna walk right out of town. Sometimes I do the inefficient path because my inventory is full and I go into town and then run back out, but... I'll have to redo my filters again too, which is unfortunate. But it's fine, it's not that hard. I have one made for Eviscerate, which is primarily... It still has all the other gear drops, but just like higher tiers. I'm a little stricter on general, like, when it comes to rares anyway. It's showing more armor, yes, because that's what I was going for on that character. Shows more of those than anything else. It shows like 2 or 3 of the pre-high tier mapping bases. Whereas I made it so like flat armor and flat ES and flat evasion and those other hybrids that we don't use are just one of the lower mapping, like the best of the lower mapping tier would show. So we're still seeing some of it, but it was limiting it a bit. But now I think we take what we can get, but primarily want main armor, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, excuse me. Good thing is we get to not do lab trials this time too.
You're simply too stupid to be
Trials suck, yeah.
you brute.
But it's nice to have that part done.
You're nothing more than an animal. Enough of this. Bye.
Actually, shit, can we get our aura and flammability now? Oh, I think we can. We're just... Oh, we do want to run determination. So we'll just grab that, but we're gonna have to go to our hideout. Man, frickin'. That's another good thing about having the other character. I'm able to get so many of these things early. Grab our malevolence, which is probably what we're gonna use right away. When can we use life tap? Oh, we can use life tap at level 8. What the heck? Okay, so if we can get either 4 Link with 3 blue, 1 red, or 3 Link with 2 blue, 1 red, I might switch to life tap at some point. I'm actually gonna grab 2 life taps just cuz. And in fact, I might just slap one on Fire Trap right now, just so that's like the main thing taking my mana right now. That'll just make it that much easier to run that. Which means we'll be able to turn on this and not have to worry about mana too much. Let's also store our smite, attack speed increase. These 2 will stay because we'll need them. We don't need that anymore. That will stay because we need it. Some of the crap we saved early on just because we... Wait, if I go talk to the NPC, can I get the IDing check in my hideout right away? Or can I not do that till maps? Hey, nice. And of course, the first thing I do is accidentally click select hideout. It's actually not bad gloves. But we're gonna screw the colors we have going on. For our fire trap. But we can craft fire res onto these and then they'd be decent. Use a couple colors. Even though it's armor, I mean it's strength base, it might be hard to get the blues we need. Damn. Oh. Well, wait a second. That's actually... Oh, it's the exact... Wait. No. I'm an idiot. I was like, it's the same colors we have, but no. Level 24. What are we? We're 29. Do we want to spend... No, we'll just do the smaller fire res. They're not that good at gloves. That leaves us one more socket for... Unfortunately, still not the colors we need for our Swift Affliction, Trap and Mind Damage, and Life Tap. We need 3 green, 1 red, but... For that tier, anyway. Righteous Fire can use Swift Affliction eventually. So whenever I can use that, I technically could put RF in my gloves and before link RF there. If I can find a way to fit RF in my, my fire trap somewhere else. Okay. Put this nice early 4 link that I can use like on a fresh character away. But that body armor can go. And we can continue on. Hey, what's up, Zish? Thanks for the raid again. I hope your stream was awesome. FB enjoyers raid. Shoulda went to bed an hour ago. Got a jet. See you, dude. Thanks again. Story of my life. I'll probably be staying up later than I should be tonight as well. Yeah, we just, what was it? Yesterday we re-rolled onto SSF, got a character to maps, and then I was trying to do Eviscerate, but I didn't really like the feel of it. I'm probably still gonna play the character as we get it more geared later on, but I think I'm gonna play something else to farm gear, because I wasn't a fan of the mapping speed. So, here we are again on another reroll. Gonna be doing Righteous Fire Chieftain. And if that doesn't feel good, probably respec into Earthshatter, if we can afford it. So we are just blasting on through. Was the FB Fireball? Region? Regan? Names hard. Dead Vivia. Frostblades, okay. I was trying to figure out which FB skill it could be, because there's several, but nice. I've leveled with Frostblades, but I've never actually played a full-on Frostblades build into endgame. It seems like a very blasty blast skill. AKA the best skill in the game. Let's go. I considered doing a like poison concoction Pathfinder with the transfigured gem. One of my friends said it'd be a pretty decent SSF start. It'd get you pretty far. But I watched a video on it, and I like being big chonk tanky boy. And it looked tanky enough, but there were several times in the video where the dude just got chunked down to like 5% life. And that kind of worried me. I know Frostblades isn't the same as Poison Conch, but they're both played on those kind of evasion-y, sort of blasty characters. Did I get all three? Oh, I did get all three busts. Nice. We're gonna take the chrome item. Hope everyone's having a good night or day. Normally I end around now, but I'm going later. For sure I'm going later. I want to get as far as I can tonight, so that way I can get like a bit into maps tomorrow when I wake up. And finish off. If I can, I'd love to hammer to like Act 5, maybe 6 before I sleep. If I really want to zoom, I should probably stop doing breaches. You're going to work in 30 minutes? It's 11 a.m. Nice. Yeah, it's 5 a.m. here right now.
Gone, foul enemy! Victory!
Boom. I must get the reservation wheel, I imagine, at some point, right? It's not in the, I follow guides because I'm a pleb, but, it's not in the level range that I'm in at the moment, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's in the next level range. Once we get that, we'll be able to turn determination on as well. Especially now that we're running, life tap in our fire trap. We don't really need the mana. As long as we can use our travel skill and wave of conviction, which doesn't look like it's taking much. We'll grab the waypoint for fun. Why not? We're right here. My fancy leap slam RF meta. I'm just kidding. It's I just haven't changed the shield charge frost blink since I did slams in Act 1 to get to Act 2 to be able to RF because I didn't want to do like rolling magma and stuff. Not the biggest fan of that skill. And I just haven't. I have a shield charge in my stash. I just have been too lazy to go grab it. Or I've forgotten the few times that I've actually gone to pick up new gems and stuff. But it's working. Oh, we are full. Oh, I guess I didn't have to do that. Wanted to, want to pick up all these chrome items, just help us out in the long run. Ooh, dex and all attributes. With a tiny bit of res. No suffix, though. I'll save it because it's better than the other dex amulet we found a minute ago. Just in case we're in need of dex, but I don't want to have to use that. It's pretty bad. Let's grab our shield charge and see how it feels, and we'll go grab a frost blink too. Oh, where is that bad boy? Boom. And then jump to hideout. Do I have a blue slot? I'm guessing I have a blue slot. Yeah. Oh wait, no, we never... Shoot, what am I doing? I was thinking we finished what we were doing, but we went to town to sell. That's not bad. Why does freaking... Does shield charge get faster with more levels in it? Because it feels, it actually feels a little slow. With this level of attack speed we have at the moment. I mean, I guess it's not bad. It doesn't get, like, hung up. Like, Leap Slam every now and then would get hung up. And this one isn't doing that, which is kind of nice. And we can get the practice in we need for... I'm still not used to the double movement. I haven't done that a lot in PoE. Having like shield charge and frost blink. A lot of the builds that I play mostly don't actually do that. Which, it's funny I say that because my Eviscerate build I was just playing did, but I just was... I actually didn't even get shield charge set up on that character yet, which I really should have. But, there was... What was my other one? My, my Trade League KB Hyro did as well, but I was just really bad at actually utilizing the Frost Blink, but I'm trying to get better. My brain is just like, right-click has been my movement for so long that if I try to use a different skill as a movement, it just breaks my brain. I have a feeling it's going to be down for some reason. Yeah, I think we're on the right track. Ooh, something actually did damage. Yeah, we're definitely not stable. Well, yeah, we pretty much never stabilize while leveling, but we'll wait for the loot before we go downstairs. Nice. I guess we'll probably be grabbing a Dex Amulet because we're gonna be getting Int on the tree very soon. And we already have like a decent amount of Int, so the next gate I can see myself having is Dex for fire traps, so we'll grab that in the hopes that maybe it rolls well. How am I looking on blood? Okay. I guess I have fancy hands. I've been keeping up with my hands level so I can hold quite a bit of blood. I was like, I haven't spent a lick of blood since I made the character. But I guess the first character I made, I didn't use my blood because I filled up. I used my blood because I was trying to do the quest. And I just wanted items for my first character who didn't have some pre-prepped gear. Well, this one, I didn't have crazy pre-prepped gear, but I saved some of my stuff from leveling my first character to use on this one. I almost grabbed the Int Amulet just out of, like, I don't know what level of instinct that was, but go empty inventory while we're at a waypoint, and then we will jump to... Oh.
Bye. Bye. Be careful.
Try to break a few walls down so this isn't a completely dead. We didn't break too many before encountering this, so not gonna do too many though, that's enough. Just to make it slightly less dead of one, get some kills in. It'll be 33. Jeez. Maybe we will start... I'm not even really using the tree right now. Maybe we will just start skipping the blight encounters. I feel like we're already in a decent spot for gear. Like, we're at 162 fire res, so as soon as we finish lab, I think we're pretty much going to be capped reses. So it's not like we really need gear right now.
Help me! Victory!
And we just want to level quickly to... Leveling 2 days, 2 different characters, 2 days in a row. Kinda sad. Why I'm kinda eager to get through it. We have 5 skill points. I was not paying attention. Next time I go to my hideout for something, I need to try to remember to take a peek at my, I know at some point I did get an upgraded Return to Dust hand craft. But I don't remember what level that was, so... I'll just have to go search for it in my stash and see, maybe take it with me so that way I have it when I hit that level. We're also... Oh, wait a second. You know what we do have, though? We have access to those 5 links. I had those low-level 5 links from the tree on my other character, and I'm glad I saved them. We can go change to that right now. Let's, we can just kill Piety. Guys, I'm pretty sure I don't need a 5 link to kill Piety. I'm not sure. It might be a close fight, but... Your money's on Piety! What? Amonos! No! We were supposed to be friends. Kill Piety using your feet. I'm too fat to do that. I'd, like, break my keyboard. My foot probably weighs as much as my fucking desk. Big ass feet. Yeah, no, I was exaggerating. My feet are actually pretty thin for how fat I am. But no. On that note, though, I am pretty happy because today was weighing day, and I am down like a little over 2 pounds from what I was last week, which is good because the 2 weeks prior, my weight didn't really move, which was really sad. It's always sad when you're on a diet and your weight doesn't move. I mean, it happens sometimes. One, I did kind of bad those weeks. Like, not insanely bad. I still exercised. I still, all that. But I did have McDonald's one night, which wasn't good. But this last week I did really good, and now I'm down an extra 2 pounds, which is really hype. Which puts me down a total of 11 pounds with my diet in the last how long? A little over maybe 2 months, maybe a little over 2 months, which isn't terrible. Yeah.
What is it? Watch yourself. Watch Watch yourself.
I've been feeling pretty good too, like the way like my clothes fit and everything, like it's felt really nice. I mean, I still, don't get me wrong, I still have so far to go, it's not even funny, but it's nice to feel nice. Oh, we need our 5 link. That one's 39. Shit, actually, are we just waiting till 39? We could technically put our Righteous Fire on our gloves if we wanted to try to use this. What would this be? This would be Fire Trap, Trap and Mine, Swift Affliction, Efficacy. Oh, but we don't have a red for Life Tap, which is actually a big bummer. I don't want to go back to spending my mana. Can we use a couple coloring and try to get 1 red? Wait, is that exactly what we needed? And then we can put Righteous Fire. I think Ellie Focus might be better. Do we want... Okay, so technically I think burning damage is more... Burning damage is 20% more versus Life Tap being 10% more. So we don't really want to use Life Tap on Righteous Fire yet. We can go grab another Swift Affliction. What did I say I needed to grab next time I'm in my hideout? Oh, I need to check on the hands. What it was. Grab an extra Swift Affliction. Swift Affliction works, right? Wait, no, wait, what do you have to do to make Swift Affliction work? Oh, shit. Because it's not showing up. Is that, do you have to have, like, the less duration to give it the duration tag to make Swift Affliction work? Is that the trick? No, because he has Swift Affliction on without it. Is it Life Tap that gives it? Oh, Life Tap might give it the duration tab, the tag. So I don't think, because if you notice, the Swift Affliction isn't showing up on this. 2514 fire damage per second. 2514. Swift Affliction isn't doing shit. Okay. Well, I guess we were on a 3-link before, and we're still on a 3-link, so our Fire Trap just does better now. It is what it is. Once we get our new... We can probably go back to what we were doing before. The original setup, as soon as we hit 39 and we put this one on. The hand, I almost didn't look at the hands. Return. Hey, there it is. Level 12 instead of 9. Oh, Val RF makes it duration? Oh, really? Oh, does efficacy? Oh, efficacy does have duration tag. Let's try it. So right now we're 27.99. Wait, why did that change? Oh, when we got life when we put the gear on. 27.99. With, instead of LE Focus, we're down to 26.95, but Swift Affliction No, okay, so if efficacy does not do it. Efficacy does work already, but efficacy does not give the duration tag. Valor F should make it work. I don't know if I don't have any Val. Oh no, I have 13. I could try to use some of my 13 Val Orbs and get a Valor F. We might have to, if I have to buy more RFs, we might have to re-level our RF, but it's only level 6. Should level back up pretty quick. We could try. Rip. Oh, I de-leveled too. Rude. Not like we're gonna be getting to red maps anytime soon. There we go. Not bad. Okay, so now $27.99. Oh, so it works in Val Righteous Fire, but it does not work in normal Righteous Fire. I think you need to have the life tap. That's fine. Probably doesn't hurt to have Val Righteous Fire anyway. The Scepter of God. Where are we going now, actually? I think we're getting close, kind of. Kinda getting close to the end of the 21 to 40 tree. Makes sense, considering we're getting close to 40. Time to beat the game. You guys remember when Act 3 was the end of the game? I guess it had difficulties, right? It always had difficulties, right? Maybe very early it didn't. I didn't play that much back then. Actually, for a time, Piety was the end of the game, too. Not even Dominus. Then we got, like, a content update where Dominus... That was the content update. Those were the days when the content updates were, like... Dominus. Now it's, like... a fucking... novel of patch notes. So the plan, I think, for the giving tree, kind of trying to prep that out a little bit, is probably going to be any unique ones I get are going to be... I'm going to primarily try to gear this character, so that way I can map, and then once he's geared, I can start maybe focusing a little bit more on that one. So it's mostly going to be rares from the tree. But when we're out of the rare, like going for equipment,
I exiled an animal.
when we're out of equipment ones, I think it's going to be unique ones targeting uniques for our other character. Because I think there's not really any uniques for this character. Like, the only one I can think of is the Crazy Life Immortal Flesh, or whatever it's called, the Life Regen belt. So we could go for belts for a little while to try to get that for this character. But then once we have that, we'll probably focus on, whenever we do uniques, it'll be for the Eviscerate build. We'll try to get the Aegis Aurora shield and the... Not as important. We might actually find it just naturally by leveling, but the Val of the Rebuke sword is actually a pretty good starter sword, apparently, on that. I think I just said apparently 3 times. Sorry about that. Okay, Val RF kinda hurt, but that was some nice damage.
Don't die, please.
Follow a dead river to the foot of the towers.
Wait, what was that? Boots. Those are actually decent attack boots if I'm remembering right. I think those are the ones that give some flat attack with some move speed. Some nice boots for if I were to really the really big cave-in is KB Hyro on SSF. But since I already played that on trade a bit, I'm not 100% against it, but I'm trying to not do it. Trying to do other shit for fun. But that'll be nice. I have a lot of the flat attack leveling gear that I used when I leveled mine the first time on trade. So that'll be kind of nice. Look at Amonos, already up to 86. You guys in your domain of timeless conflict and power leveling. Bunch of gamers. Do any of you guys know if Chieftain Explode node works on Legion, like, while you're breaking the statues, like, before the timer is up and they actually turn into enemies? Or does it not work? Because if that works, Legion might not be absolute... It's not going to be great. It's not going to be KB Wander level, but... Legion might not be too bad, but if it doesn't work, Legion's probably going to be pretty shit on this character. Don't think it reaches. Yeah, I think I've had explode on trying to go up against Legion before, and it didn't, so it doesn't explode until they release and you kill them, then they explode. That's going to be the only bad thing about being a... I mean, I guess I could still do it, it's just not going to be hyper efficient, right? I was going to say, like, it might be hard if I ever need timeless jewels with the characters that I have planned on making so far. But it's not like I need to super min-max. Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm gonna try Legion when I get there. But if I ever need a timeless jewel, it may just be kind of spicy to get it, but we'll see. Level up a character just for Legions and the domain. Just have a character for every mechanic. No, I'm just kidding. You know, I like that the Atlas trees are saved, but that would be, in a way, that would be... Oh, no, these are the wrong boots. Oh, wait, no, they're not. I thought they were... I was thinking the flat damage was at the top, so when I read the first line, I was like, wrong boots, but no. Cool. I feel like I was saying something before I ID'd those boots, and I didn't finish what I was saying because I got distracted, and now I don't remember what I was saying because I got distracted. Oh, I was saying it'd be kind of neat if there was different trees for each character, so that way you could, like, have your own, like, I could have a wander with a tree set up for Legion, and, like, I know you have 3 trees, but, like, if each character had 3 trees separately, it would be kind of neat to have, like, different characters that specialize in different things without taking up one of the tree sections. I'll just have to try to plan my tree utilization as well as I can. Once we really start farming T16s, we should be able to build up a decent amount of respec orbs. But depending on how much we need to end up respecking it, it could become spicy. Oh, fair. You get those orbs from the red altars too. Good call. I actually, it's been so, I pretty much always farm blue altars for divine orb chance. So I kind of forget what you get from the red altars, but yeah. Actually, red altars are going to be huge for SSF. Thank you for the reminder. And I did forget that you can do it with gold, but yeah, ideally you want to be, like, I'll probably want to use most of my gold on, like, shipments and stuff like that. In SSF, it's red altars until you don't need chaos unmaking GCP's vows. Yeah, that's very fair. I didn't even really, I haven't gotten to that point yet, even on my other characters, so I haven't even really thought about what kind of altars I wanted to do. Obviously, as SSF, I wasn't too keen on, like, I wasn't being like, oh, I gotta go for the Divine Orb ones, you know? I just hadn't thought about it yet. But yeah, red is definitely way better for, like, all those things you just said. That's awesome. Makes perfect sense. Get rid of this bow, spend our 1 skill point, or no, our 4 skill points apparently, because we're just zooming and not paying attention. Let's go. Get us some, ooh, 24 fire res, all the regen, baby, let's go. Alright, let's go do our lab. I don't know why I always wait till that point to do lab. I could have pretty easily done it earlier, but for some reason I always just hit that point in Act 4, and that's when I do my lab. Yeah, there's definitely going to be a lot of tips and tricks that I'll be, like, either trying to learn through viewers, watching YouTube videos, and I've played SSF several times before, but I'm not the most efficient at SSF, I will say that. There's still a lot of mechanics in the game that I don't know, or there's a lot of mechanics that's changed, too. Like, I have no idea what kind of rewards are from Betrayal anymore, because I kind of skipped the leagues since they revamped Betrayal a little bit. So that's, like, something I'll need to relearn, because there might be some good SSF rewards in there that I just don't know about. I guess Veiled Orbs is probably the main thing on SSF that you'd want to, like, try to learn how to target. How far have I progressed on other tunes? I just started on SSF yesterday. So I just hit maps on my first SSF character today. I'm only, like, 10... Not probably less than 10 white maps in. But I didn't like the build. I went, I tried going the Eviscerate build, and it just didn't feel fun. It was too slow for starting. I still think I'll probably play it when I can get it geared. But trying to, like, grind maps and get set up, it did not feel good. Yeah, I can definitely tell that's the case. But hey, I have it in maps, so as I get gear, like extra gear, I can gear it up and eventually have it, so. You did a second character in SSF last league? Nice. Yeah, mine's an Elementalist as well. I'm not the biggest fan of the golems keep, like, getting in my way, like, half the time the golems are taking the hits instead of me, and then I'm not getting the retaliates, and it's insanely frustrating. I heard once you get into, like, higher tier maps and stuff, it feels better. But, yeah. And automated taunt flask would probably help too. Oh, guess I don't have to care about fire very much. But yeah, there were times where I really loved the damage of the build, and when it worked, it felt really good. When I charged forward, got a proc, blasted everything in front of me dead. Like, those times it felt really good. I can see myself liking the build if I can get it equipped more. But like you said, as a first character, it just felt kind of rough, so I decided to make a new one. Figure I'm gonna, Rebuke of the Val. Yeah, I was kind of targeting that through the giving tree. I was trying to get one, but I just ended up giving up before I got one. But that's probably what I'm gonna target my unique womb gifts, is Rebuke of the Val and Aegis Aurora. But I'll definitely, I'm not scrapping the character. I'm definitely gonna play it more. Because, one thing about Righteous Fire isn't the best single target. Like, it can get you your first 2 Watchstones, but you gotta get it pretty geared and be pretty good to get past Maven and Uber Elder. So I figured I'd probably get my first 2 Watchstones with this character, but then I'm gonna try to get the Eviscerate character geared enough to take out my Maven and Uber Elder for me, hopefully. Died in Dawn is also very strong, but you never found one and didn't farm one either. Found a Mage Blood when progressing the Atlas. Wild. I've never found a Mage Blood or a Headhunter or a Mirror. And I have over 10,000 hours played. Granted, a lot of the hours I have played was before, like, Mage Blood even existed. If that means anything, I guess. Mirrors are so common, thanks Amonos. Mr. Mirror Boy. First time in SSF and you get a Mage Blood. That's so sick, dude. That's awesome. Alright, ready, guys? This is... I guess I'm already good on Lightning Res, but this is the fun part of Chieftain. Boom, res capped. Look at that. Beautiful. Yeah, I wanted to, but oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry if you guys heard that. My chair just popped out of its, like, the thing that keeps it from leaning back just popped out. I wanted to, but I was just following the almighty Pox. And, I'm just scared I'm gonna fuck up and, like, take something early and realize I should have taken the other thing and not want to spend the respecs and then suffer, so I figured I need a gem to turn. What do we want to turn? So we could either turn our Cyclone for the chance if we ever find Stampede boots, I could do the Cyclone character, even though I'm probably not. Or I could do a blue skill and maybe get Kinetic Blast in case I do that skill. But I don't think I need any Transfigured gems for this character or the Eviscerate character, so let's do blue. I think we're more likely to do the Wander than the Cycloner. Okay, well... I don't think any of these I've seen used, or not in any builds that I've had interest in. You don't agree with Pox on that one, but it's only for 20 levels in the campaign? Yeah. I mean, yeah, like you said, it's to each their own. Since it's not very long, the campaign goes by pretty quick and really just do whatever you want.
Be well.
Let's clean inventory out.
Hello. See you.
I did, I was kind of surprised when I saw it. I was like, oh, maybe Ramako's Sunlight would be better. Like, I almost took that instead of the Resistances, because I was like, I don't need to be capped reses to hit, to, like, get to my next lab, because the next lab has us take this one. And then the third lab has us get the Boom Booms. The Boom Booms. Ooh. That is more damage.
Watch yourself.
I think. Yeah, that's what Pox recommends. Max res is the final thing we take. By max res you need this, right? This is the Uber Lab node. So Cruel Lab is gonna be this one for the minus 20 res to the enemies. And then the Boom Boom is Merciless. And then fourth is that one. Don't know Pox POV that good, but played RF on Chieftain and Inquisitor before. Yeah, I've done, I haven't done the new Chieftain. I've done the old Chieftain, like, a long time ago. But I haven't done the new Chieftain. What are we at? 32-14? Yeah, so it's a little bit more damage. I used to be a big-time RF player, and then I kind of fell out of it for a while. But I've done the Inquisitor more recently, but I never got super far on it. I made it into like early maps, and I didn't have very good gear, and I think I was like kind of floppy and got mad and quit. Which it was my fault. It wasn't the build's fault. It was my fault for just not giving it the time it needed. And getting the gear needed. I just wasn't feeling it, that league, really, is what it was. Prior to that, I did, back when Uberdan did the RF jug, I don't know if you played then or if you remember that, but Uberdan had an RF jug and was like one of the first hardcore players to beat Uber Elder when Uber Elder released, I believe it was. And I played that RF jug. That was probably the longest I've played RF, was that RF jug. I had like a crazy crafted helmet and shit. I know. Well, I have Val Righteous Fire, and it's working for now. It works on the Val Righteous Fire. But, yeah, I know. My colors got messed up when I changed to my 5-link body armor and put my fire trap in my body. And I just haven't fixed my gloves colors yet, because I think, actually I'm 39 now. I can change my chest now. I have a level 39 chest that has colors for RF. So it's just kind of like a temporary thing. You still have your RF jug from Harvest League? Nice. I might have mine. I don't know. I keep deleting. I have to delete characters every league because I have so many, even after buying some character slots and everything. Because I always play a handful of characters every league. Put them in the tabs at the end of the league. What do you mean, like the gear? All their gear in a tab? I never touch standard, so all my stuff is still in like remove only tabs and all that from so many leagues back. Good God. I don't even know, like, I don't know if things expire. If they do, then my frickin' I've lost so much shit just because I don't think I'm ever gonna play standard. If those remove only tabs ever expire, so many probably have been deleted. Like, it's probably been Breach League or something like that since I last went on standard and emptied my they don't expire. Okay. The only characters I truly care about are I don't hit level 100 very often. I typically either quit the league or reroll before I hit 100. So the only characters I truly care about are my level 100s. Those are the only ones that are safe from me being deleted. Other than that, I usually just delete whatever my lowest level character is. Did I go the wrong way? Why does this layout feel wonky? Why do I feel like I'm backtracking? God damn it. I'm backtracking. Son of a bitch. I fucked up. I knew something fell off, but... I should have listened to my instincts. Alright. What are you playing this league, Shad? And I guess, did you end up playing SSF again? Or are you trade this time? trying to gear EA Ellie into T17s. Nice. And then going either Fizz.Wander or Manny's Ignite Reap Elementalist. Nice. I looked at the you know what's really interesting? Aren't some of the Reap characters also Fizz.? Or did I misunderstand? Because I was looking at the Elementalist Reap characters, because I thought, like, oh, well, do I want to... When I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do instead of the Eviscerate character, I was like, do I want to respec the Eviscerate character? So I was looking at the... I was looking at the characters on PoE Ninja, and Reap is a Fizz.. Okay. I wasn't sure because he mentioned the Ignite Reap, which is what made me doubt myself. A bloody scythe swipes across a selected area, applying a physical damage over time debuff, and hitting enemies with physical damage. Oh, so I guess you just make that physical damage that it hits with Ignite. Nice. Yeah, because I saw the Elementalists, a lot of them had, like, Fizz damage over time on their weapons and everything. That's cool. I really considered it. I almost did it, but I chose not to. What do we want next? So... one way we go is up to these minion ones. Which, technically, getting 10%... 20% damage, which would give us the damage needed... Oh wait, minion damage affects us. So we don't get the node yet, if we ever even do, that makes the attack speed. Okay, so that would just be a damage node. I was gonna say the attack speed would be nice for shield charge, but we're not actually gonna get that. Just looking at, like, where our directions are. There's, like, a lot of ways to go here. We could go down here to get more max res. We could go up here to get more damage reduction, damage over time, and then also damage reduction from damage over time. But where do we want to go first? I don't know. I mean, we're already touching the minion shit. Maybe we just grab the minion shit now while we're getting points pretty quickly. Because this many points, like, what is 5 points for the first 4 points to actually do anything for us? Really? Yeah, I think we just get the minion stuff out of the way. And then we'll figure out where we want to go next. Actually, let's fix our gear, too. Now that we can use that new body armor. We can use this one now. Because I think having a stronger Righteous Fire is a little more exciting for right now than having a stronger... Fire Trap. Does LE Focus work on Fire Trap? Can I 4-link with LE Focus on this, or does it not work? It does, okay. I was gonna say it should work, like, based on wording. It has the spell tag and, like, an element that has fire, so I figured it should. But it will... Oh, wait, it'll remove the dot. Will it? Because that removes the ailment. Don't use a... Oh, okay, so... I didn't realize Fire Trap shit was considered an ignite. I thought it was just like a burn. Okay. We'll stash that. Is there any other blue gems I can put in... Well, spell damage... The gem says spell damage applies to the damage over time, right? So can we do Controlled Destruction for 25% more spell damage? We got 1092. We could check tooltip and see if it works. Yeah, I mean, the damage does go up. No, not for RF. I'm saying for Fire Trap. Sorry. I wasn't specific enough. That was my bad. For Fire Trap, it's good. Okay. Yeah, I saw the damage go up, so I thought it was... Okay, cool. Nice. So now we have our 5-link set up for our RF. Yeah, that's what I was reading. Was the That's why when I looked at Controlled Destruction, I was like, spell damage works on Fire Trap, so it should work. Yeah, nice. Sweet, sweet. Yo, I just realized my friend's still on Discord. Is he still awake? Actually, the life tap in my Righteous Fire doesn't need to be leveled, right? I guess it doesn't really matter either way, right? Or is it the other way around? It adds damage? Okay. Is it the other way around? Is it that it doesn't need to be leveled in your... on shield charge? Okay. I couldn't remember. I knew, like, something it wasn't supposed to be leveled on, but I couldn't remember what it was. Oh right, I was supposed to be skipping this mechanic. But now that I started it, I have to commit, right? I can't just stop. Life threshold to trigger, so you don't want that, I gotcha. But it is good for Fire Trap, right? Good to level it for Fire Trap and RF since you want the more damage. But for shield charge, you don't want it. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, we don't have it set up on shield charge quite yet. Although that would be nice, because right now I kind of have to throw my traps to activate it at the moment for it to work on my RF. But I don't have the links to be able to do it at the moment. Soon. Yeah, level 1 and everything else, so you can reserve 100%. Right on. Having a lot of fun with the leveling experience at the very least. Hopefully it stays, hopefully the mapping stays pretty fun. I'm already prepped and planned for a single target to not be crazy. That's fine. I just hope mapping doesn't feel too sluggish at times. Kind of like a Monos warned me about is if my detonate doesn't hit, like, if like the explode doesn't hit the tankier mobs, then you gotta kind of like slow kill them, which that's kind of fine too. At least it won't be sitting there staring at the mobs while they hit my golems, praying they turn and hit me. With the Eviscerate build. At least I'm in control of when I do damage. The good thing is I wanted to spec into essences anyway. And playing RF gives me a good excuse to do it. Because in the long run I want to craft one of those LE damage Elder helmets, right? Using the Essence of Horror, if I remember correctly. Which obviously getting a good one on SSF is going to be challenging, but I want to spec into essences for crafting anyway, so works for me. Just gives me extra motivation. Oh man, I should be sleeping soon. 6 AM now. One hour past my normal ending time. Right, we were doing the minion crap. Which doesn't really matter too much right now because we're unaffected by it. Kind of wild being like 79 and 77% reses for the campaign. It's kind of fun. We actually have even more max reses we're going to be able to grab here soon too. If we choose to head that way.
Be careful.
That ring's not terrible. We would lose some fire res, but we'd gain life, fire damage, and some flat regen. Oh wait, no, there's no suffix to craft fire res. Never mind. I thought there was a suffix there. There is not. I might store it for the hell of it, but never mind. We're kind of zooming now. Oh, we got a scepter. Ooh, we actually, for faster attacks, we ran out of decks. We'll just right-click it for now. Faster attacks isn't the most important thing to have leveled up, so... Until our fire trap is gated by decks, that'll be a problem, but... can ignore it for now. Oh man, every dead end imaginable. I think I need one more skill point, if I'm not mistaken, to be able to have the minion damage affects me. So I think I'll wait one more level before I bother putting points in. It's not going to affect me anyway. Ooh, Sacred Life Flask. I think that's better than what we got. I did not mean to click that. I'm actually just gonna ditch it because I want to... Oh no, the wall shut on me. I can't, wait, can I jump over it? I can't flame dash, or I can't frost blink over the wall. Okay, well we're doing the encounter, fuck it. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I clicked it on instinct thinking I was running them still. Unfortunately, I think when I beat Act 4, I'm gonna end the stream so I can start winding down a little. Probably play a tad bit longer off stream before I fall asleep, but having all the, like, it's hard for me to get tired if I'm on stream, so I tend to Usually I end around 5 a.m. normally, and then I usually relax until about 6:30 a.m. and then I go to sleep. I'm gonna have to make it I force a quicker get tired tonight because it's 6:14 so a.m. So normally I'm getting in bed in about 15 minutes. But here we are still streaming. And honestly, I kinda wanna keep going. So bad. I'm having a lot of fun with this right now. Oh shit, I just rubber band big time. What is it with campaign? I feel like whenever I'm doing campaign on a character, like look at my speed too, I rubber banded again. I feel like I rubber band a lot in the campaign these days, but it doesn't happen once I get to maps. I rubber banded a crap ton on my Cyclone character too, my first League starter on trade. But then I don't think it happened while mapping. So weird. You know what I don't have? I don't have flammability, even. I completely forgot that when I went and bought Wave of Conviction... No, not Wave of Conviction. When I went and bought, my, what's it called? Frickin' Malevolence. I was supposed to also buy my Curse, and I never did. GG. You know what reminded me? Every time I go, I remember that, like, Doedry gets a little tankier if you curse her. Or she gets more damage, or something happens to you if you curse her. And then I was like, oh wait, I don't have a curse. And then I was like, oh wait, I don't have a curse! My mental gymnastics is a lot of fun. Problem for another day, I suppose.
Creation, rather the realm of the gods, isn't it?
Oh man. You know what's exciting? I exercised today, which means tomorrow's my off day. I usually exercise for my diet every other day. I give myself one day of rest and then exercise the... Yeah, you get it. So yeah. Meaning, tomorrow, right when I wake up, I can get right on the computer. I have some YouTube videos to upload, and then I get to play.
Truly understand what it means to be Nightmare.
Without having to spend like an hour exercising.
Nightmare is the true eternal.
Especially because usually the entire time I'm exercising, I'm thinking to myself, PoE, 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 PoE. Can I PoE yet? Am I done exercising yet?
You're so in love with death.
You will be remembered.
See ya.
Adding flat damage to spells doesn't work, right? So I think technically this is lower. Well, I guess it would work on Fire Trap probably, but not RF, right? Elemental damage. I could always just put it on and check. Let's see the damage over time. 4448. Yeah. So it definitely doesn't add to the damage over time. I didn't think so. All good.
Be careful.
Alright, guys. I think I will end it there. It's getting pretty late for me. As much as I want to keep playing, I'll probably pluck away a little bit more before I fall asleep, but I kind of just want to, like, chillax off camera for a few, and but I probably won't be no more than 30 minutes off camera, so I'll probably try to do my daytime stream tomorrow, as long as I'm not exhausted, or if I find out I have to work or something like that throughout the day. Sometimes I have, like, on and off stuff I gotta do. But I'll probably try to do my daytime one, which means I should be going live around between 2 and 3 p.m. Eastern. I should be going live again. If not, if you don't see me around that time, then it'll be between, like, midnight and 1 a.m. Eastern would be the second stream that I do. I usually do 2 streams in a day. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure you hit that follow button if you did enjoy and you want to catch me again. If not, that's fine too. So, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.